Oh.
That's a real terrible. That's the one I got done for. On TikTok, I got a video banned because it said penis 4 times. I say cunt and fuck every other day. Nothing happens. Yeah, no say it.
Slazenger sounds like a rude word.
It does actually. But what made it funnier was because I was making a joke about men with tiny phalluses firing fireworks firing fireworks like all the time. You know, the week in early November when it's like fucking a barrage of bullshit. I was making that. In the end, though, what I did was I made exactly the same video and used euphemisms for tiny penises as I went along. If you've got a tiny trouser soldier, it's time to fire that kit right for Morrison's.
Next time you could just use a flat cap as a euphemism.
That'd work. Yeah, I agree.
Oh shit, can they hear us?
Yeah, they can.
Why
did he do that medical encyclopedia if he didn't want everyone to know?
USB blah. Now they can hear me.
Oh, right.
We could hear you, but not me.
Wowzers, trousers.
Hey, this is why we do this. This is why we do this.
Is it? Well, it's before.
This is why we.
Flatbot can hear my disgusting voice. The voice of an angel. Charlotte Church said so.
Does anybody still watch? You know,
when did you ask her?
Every week.
Yeah.
Right, Charlotte. Oh, bloody hell. Won't you just fuck off?
Yes, you've got a voice of an angel now. Fuck off.
How are you getting around the Twitter block?
Are you blocked?
No.
Who's blocked on Twitter? Charlotte?
Charlotte Church blocked.
I'll see if she's blocked me.
No, I'm sure she hasn't. Right, okay. GB wants us to run the intro.
Oh, okay, fair enough. That makes sense. Shut the fuck up and run it.
Okay, so...
It is Wednesday. Oh yeah, and Wednesdays.
Welcome to
Yay!
Wednesday night new Ohm Show. I was trying to think of like an acronym that was rude, like a set of letters, like. But anyway, this is at another time. But I didn't. I sort of got anal.
You got anal? When?
Did you enjoy it?
It was
if you don't push back, you're not gay.
Actual live
That's what I know.
Show anals.
Oh right. I like it.
Anyway, welcome to the Wednesday night new Ohm Show in our new time slot. We think we don't clash with anyone, which is the main point of this. So more of you can tune in live. That having to watch catch-ups. Loads of people are having to watch on catch-up. If you're watching this on catch-up because you could watch on a Thursday, and you can't now, we're sorry. But welcome anyway to the show. However you consuming it, welcome to the show. Special guest Dean the Devil Vaper.
He's down there for both of us.
We was meant to be on last week, but technical issues. Dangle clacks, as they call in there.
Wasn't it the week before he was going to be on with, and then we had it was the week before.
Who did we have on last week? Oh, Paul.
Paul.
No, because you got Paul last minute.
Yeah, last week I was on holiday.
Oh,
yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah. I didn't. It wasn't that it was the devil, and I went, "Hey, Paul." He went, I've got to do a couple of things with John Lennon." No, listen.
Anyway, great to have Dean on with us.
Good to be back, Dean.
Absolute top bloke, top reviewer. Probably England's best now.
England.
Yeah. So that's an actual thing. So he's on. We've got a jam-packed show. We've got actual news from the world.
I thought you were going to say
news.
I thought you said we got actual jam. I was like, where?
No jam. I told you before. News from the world. Vaping news. We've got new stuff to show you. I was gonna show a new device off, but it's some bongo, so we'll see how that goes. We have a special quiz for Dean. This is going to be a weekly quiz now, and we're going to do a leaderboard and everything. So good news, Dean, you're going to be top of the leaderboard.
Yay!
For at least 7 days. So that's good news.
Bang.
Yes, so we've got a new quiz, and we've got new stuff to show you in the traditional way that we show new stuff. And there was one more thing. We're going to touch on a topic that came up in the group this week as well.
We're touching topics.
So genuinely jam-packed.
I'm jealous. I don't even know where you get a topic.
I'm touching my topics. You take them from squirrels, didn't you?
What topics? Yeah, that's true.
There's a hazelnut in every bite. Squirrel shit.
Are they not going anymore?
I think they are.
I wouldn't buy one.
When I was a kid, my dad convinced me that only adults could buy topics. Totally true. So I was about
You've
12.
got to have a Milky Bar.
Yeah, it was that. Or a fudge. A fucking I hate it.
Just the stuff under 20p.
Yeah, anything like curly whirly. Yes, that's for you. Freddo's, they're your man. Can I have a topic? No.
You're probably getting heavy.
I like curly whirly. People hate them. Fudge bar is the piece of shit of the cheap chocolate world. It's disgusting.
Right.
Yeah, they're like second to bounties.
That's the other thing that people.
I had a coffee today that tasted like a bounty.
Oh, if someone forced me though, fudge or a bounty, definitely would eat a bounty. Definitely.
No, I get bored of it. It's really weird. I haven't ate a bounty for years, but when I used to eat bounties, I'd take a bite, chew it until like all the moisture had gone. This is when I was little, by the way, not like last year. And then I just like spit it out and put it in the bin.
Oh,
like
so your missus is going, Dean, what are you doing?
Lump of desiccated coconut in the bin.
They are horrible. They're not. It's too bad of a thing to eat. They're all worse. Oh, Caramac. Fuck is that? I don't know.
Caramac.
No.
My mum likes Caramac.
What even the fuck is that? Just make it chocolate.
Well, those McVitie's gold things. They're nice.
Sounds too much like Anorak.
Anorak, Caramac. Yeah, maybe. Same chocolate, isn't it? As the gold bar. Same chocolate.
Yeah.
Same dog shit chocolate.
Oh, I don't mind those.
Gold bar.
Yeah.
Oh, adults who buy themselves Rocky bars. Fuck me, mate.
No,
You're an adult. Go buy a fucking.
I have a Rocky
Dairy Milk
every day in my packed lunchbox.
Perfect size for a packed lunch.
But not proper Rocky. These are the Audi. I think they're called bloody. What are they called?
Rocky.
Yeah. Something crazy.
I get 2 paracetamol out of my pocket.
We've drifted off topic.
Drifters. Sorry.
Topic.
So anyway, topic. Yeah. Do Lion bars still exist?
Yeah, they're real popular.
Anyway, John, what are you vaping? What are you drinking this evening?
I am drinking 2 paracetamol with life and death. I've got a vaccine, so I have to be good. I had my Moderna vaccine earlier, so I'm watching the time so that I keep ahead with the paracetamol. You can take it with 6.9% IPA. It's fine. Yeah, I had my second dose of the Moderna vaccine today, and then the nurse who gave it to me said, "How were you for the first one? Any side effects?" No. And she went, "Oh, second one's worse. Thanks."
Right.
Well, she's got to warn you.
I've got stuff to do. And I went, I flexed. And then she did it. No. Right. So I'm drinking Life and Death. There's offers, by the way, on Vacation Brewery this week on 12 packs, 20% off a different beer every day. They're not sponsoring me, but it's just good beer.
Other beers are available. Drink responsibly.
Don't worry about the second bit, but other beers are available.
I think
we don't have to anymore. We're midst pandemic, started again with it. We got bored of it, going third wave. Drink whatever the fuck you like. Yeah. I am vaping lemon crack in the drawer, 16, 50 milligram, obviously. The drawer, the drawer never ends. Dwarf, whatever, never ends. It's brilliant. I am still vaping the same coil in the Whirl S that I was 2 weeks ago. I put it in 2 weeks ago. Same coil, 50 milligram, mouth to lung, with moment in it. The pull, without pressing the button, it's the best draw switch I think that's ever been on a mod, in my humble opinion, because everybody used to use the same tuppence switch, and they did it for 10 years, and the switch on this doesn't fuck up.
Good.
I just think it's great. Oh, this is a pub mod. I'm going to sell the new one on justadnick.org.uk. I'm going to sell the new UL, which I don't sell mods, but I'm going to sell the wireless because it's the pub mod. And if you smoked and you wanted a starter kit that won't fuck up, it's this. I think it's great.
I'd say that, or the Aspire Vilta.
Aspire do some cracking. Absolutely, they do some cracking. I'm glad they've taken the filter off.
Or this, the neat.
The neat.
I like seeing. They've been.
This is UL as well.
They've been revolving around the same shit for years, like in the starter kits, and trying to, and so pod kits have always had nichrome coil, which I can taste nichrome, so it's horrible. Silica wicks, load of shit. I don't understand why the fuck that's been going on for so long, and shit like that. And the battery lasts all fucking day, which is really bizarre. Well, I assume it's an 18650 in there.
Yeah. Was it like 2,000 mile or something?
Yeah, I think so. And the tank end's there, and that's mod. I think that's an 18650.
No,
just sold it.
Isn't it slightly too narrow?
Nah, it's not. I've got one here. No, you can fit it in easy. Ooh. I don't know. You can fit it in. Yeah, there's no board. Yeah, you can fit that in. That'll give you that. That'll give you that much room at the top. Right there. I think it's an 18650, and it's the weight of an 18650. I think it's good. Dean, the devil himself.
Hello.
What are you vaping and what are you drinking?
Rightio, daily beta at the moment, which is the Watofo Endura Pro.
I thought you were talking about Stella Artois.
No. And the Vapefly Cream Hill 2 tank with Dimpleberry Ice in there by Zeus Juice.
It's good to see Zeus still coming out with stuff as well.
They've just released 5 new flavours as well.
Yeah, it's wicked. I like seeing it. I like doing it properly, not 40 flavours. We've just added 50 fucking flavours.
Some of them are like remix of old flavours, like they've done like a reloaded kind of thing and stuff like that, which I think's good.
If it's cleaner, there's no, if it's cleaner, there's no colours or it doesn't burn. I could totally get it because now there's so many things that don't burn where they used to burn like fuck. It's brilliant.
Well, I'm like a massive fan of Black Ice and Dimpleberry Ice, and I've been vaping them for 2-3 years now since they sponsored me. And it's my all-day vape. It's one of those things that not because they sponsored me. It was I vape it all the bloody time. But yeah, it's great bloody e-liquid. Good on the coils as well. That's what I do like. I'm getting 6-8 weeks out of a coil.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, that's excellent.
On the Cream Mill 2 and like the Fat Rabbit Sub-Ohm as well. 6 to 8 weeks.
So you're liking the mod? You're liking the mod as well? The mod's quite new, isn't it?
Yeah, it's all right. It's good for what I do at work. The screen could do with like toughened glass on it rather than plastic. Yeah, it's all right. It seems to have gone the way of Smock. Obviously, they're the same company now. With Smock, where if they have screws where you're going to touch it and it loses the colour.
Yeah.
It's doing that.
I don't hate that, though. But that's just... You said it's a beta, so...
Yeah.
I'm all right with that.
But it's with Tofu, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm not precious about beta mods or anything like that. I drop them and they get scratches on. It's absolutely fine. But one thing I would get precious about is the...
That was good. I liked it. That was good.
Oh, shit.
BP mods. We're huge fans of BP mods on here. The
BP mods, whatever it is, I will.
Did you think you'd scratched it then? It was a hair.
Yeah, it was on there. There was a smudge. What is it called? The Iado.
It's a samurai reference or something.
Yeah, with the Pioneer MTL, but I've got the DL section in here as well because I prefer it with that DL section. And it's all right. My main gripe about the mod is that it's kind of two-tone on the black. The blacks are 2 different blacks.
Right.
Yeah. But apart from that, it looks amazing with the Pioneer on top. But
it does. It looks really smart.
Yeah, it's a good little setup. DNA 60 small screen. It is what it is. And drink-wise, I'm on the good old Council Pup.
Water.
And because I haven't got any Camden Hells in the fridge, I'm on some Moretti.
Well, they won. You might as well.
Yeah.
Okay. The thing that's shit about Moretti in the UK, when you're in a pub and Carlsberg's like, I don't know, 3.70 a pint, and the Moretti, they've got Moretti and it's £6. And you're like, have you tasted it? That is not £3 more.
No.
It's just
it's like, oh, we've got Moretti, and it's like, have you? Or does it taste like Stella?
Yeah, or they've got a Peroni, which I think is made of actual air.
But in a bottle, though.
It's like beer Moretti, having been to Italy a couple of times myself, is not a thing. In it, like, people don't go, "Oh no, fuck, have that."
Well, it's made in Wales, isn't it?
Scotland.
Yeah, I think it's Scotland, Edinburgh. Yeah.
They do sell
Heineken.
it. Yeah, they do. They bottle it, don't they? But they do sell it in Italy. But they drink. They've got Carlsberg Special Brew on pump in Italy. Like, who the fuck has ever gone, I'll have a pint of that?
I was looking at Special Brew.
Well, you don't get pints, do you? You get litres over there.
Well, yeah, but not a special brew of any kind. It's never been in a glass before. First time they did it, this is how they found out about cold fusion. They did it, and that is the secret to cold fusion and time travel. It is putting Mad Dog 2020 in a glass or Carlsberg Special Brew. It's never happened before.
No.
Yeah.
And those are my setups for tonight.
Very good. Excellent.
Thank you.
I have a little Belgian number.
Oh.
Let's see where this one's made.
Fucking Carlsberg, yeah, did it? Or London.
EC4A. What's that postcode? EC.
Estonia.
Yeah.
It says brewed in the UK, but then it just says the postcode.
What's the postcode?
EC4A.
Don't know.
EC4A2BE is London.
Wow.
Handy.
Maybe they've... Oh, I don't know. But yes, it's brewed round here. Isn't it?
Fleet Street, London.
It's brewed in the UK. It's never been drunk in Belgium. But it is a Belgian one. After that, though, I do have something better. I have Tiny Rebel.
Oh, beautiful.
It's a NI IPA.
It's a what?
NIPA.
New England IPA.
Oh, nice. What's that leveling out at?
6.
I like Tiny Rebel. They don't ever. They sell the wanky ones in the supermarkets. Usually,
Sainsbury's has started doing a full selection of taller ones.
Yeah, I like that, doing the 550s. That's good.
So that afterwards, vaping on. Okay, so
don't do it.
No. do you know why I won't do it? Not because of Lost Vape. Because they shouldn't really be sending me stuff when I'm specifically responding to them saying no. But I don't want to steal everyone else's thunder, you know? So I won't show that thing in a bit.
Unlike American reviewers.
Well, Mike Vape's review will already be up, won't it? So I mixed the lemon Madeira cake with a random custard to see if it makes sort of a lemon custard thing. And that's in the recoil on the Mac.
Did it work?
Not really. It never does it?
No harm in trying.
It's sometimes that gives you, that is, you know, the smell of a child that's pissed themselves on a warm day. That is the smell you sometimes get when you add custard.
It's because no juice these days is just those things, is it? So
no, because they're balanced. You have to do it.
The lemon Madeira cake isn't just lemon. It's got this, whatever they think.
It's got Madeira cake in it as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
there's a guy with a Madeira cake rigging it out.
The custard had a little bit of something in it as well. If it was just lemon and just custard, probably be okay. But because it's actually mixed with all this other stuff, it doesn't work. I tell you what was good for that, though. Grumpy custard was good for that.
It's good. Yeah, I'll give you a good base.
If you got just a basic fruit and a basic grumpy custard, well, grumpy custard as it was, then you could literally just...
If you like Grants, which I don't, it does work for that.
Yeah.
You can put anything with it.
That was a very solid, one flavour thing.
Yeah.
So that's in there. It's vapeable, but it's just not as good as I planned. A Fantasi Mango.
Fantasi Mango.
In the Dead Rabbit on the Gaia. In the Screamer on the Reaver, I just have the
I think you're gonna break into song then. I really did.
I just have the normal lemon Madeira that hasn't been diluted. So that is that for vape stuff. John.
Yeah, I thought you were coming to me. I thought he's coming over, son.
Yeah. So
he's coming.
What? Let's first cover.
Oh yeah. Oh, we got normal news, haven't we?
Yes. Let's first cover the normal news.
So,
has anything caught your eye?
As a lefty prick, I just have to calm down a minute for a second.
Ban it.
Well, Scott, well, on next Monday, some dipshits got a handgun and blown the handbrake off because he's a fucking idiot. But that's okay because he's the Prime Minister of the country. So.
Yeah, Freedom Day. Is that next Monday?
Freedom.
What a knobhead. Yeah, next Monday. Yeah. So I think we're free from Tuesday, from spanner chops, and then we're going to be on 100,000 cases a day.
But I think.
Do you know what I found out the other day for you? I checked because my friend works in locum recruitment, and I thought he'll know. So I thought, how many ICU beds are there in the whole country? Do you want to go for it, Richard? Every hospital.
I know how many there is.
Go on
then. 4,000.
10, actually.
But yes, but you're not. Oh, okay, fine.
That's
literally
not good enough.
ICU beds.
That's 7 days. That gives us 7 days at peak before the NHS collapses. If anybody wants to work that out.
What?
That's not including anyone.
Doesn't it? Depends. Like we managed last time.
Oh, when I say collapse,
the NHS coped with 40,000 admissions in the peak last time.
Yeah, yes and no, and yes and no, and no and yes. Yeah. There's a reason it won't this time.
It didn't collapse in the way Italy's did.
No. And, well, my favourite thing was when they opened the Nightingale hospitals, because everyone I know who worked for the NHS went, who's going to fucking work there? Because they haven't got enough staff. They didn't have enough staff to run their own hospitals.
The idea was there.
Yeah. Anyway, that's what fucks me off. We should have stepped backwards once.
I think it's a really tricky one actually, because with the Freedom Day, it's like he said, and I think the most poignant bit was, if not now, when? And he's correct in saying that, because unless we go back to more restrictions, the infection rate will always rise. We do know that
there's 2
when
points.
We had the tier system.
Yeah,
tier 2 did not work.
Yeah, absolutely.
Tier 3 worked.
My issue with this was that there's 2 massive fuck ups in this year. Was clearly letting the flights land from India, right? It's the dumbest thing in the world. And the number 2 was not moving out on Freedom Day. It doesn't make any fucking difference. Anyone who's going, woohoo, there's no difference between now and next Monday. It don't make it. You can do whatever the fuck you want now. Be realistic. I'm not going to the fucking Reading Festival, but I wasn't anyway. It doesn't make any difference to me. The difference, what we shouldn't have done is stepped into this bit at all. The last one we should have held for 28 days, and then this could have been a lot shorter. We'd have still been at the 19th, but it was still making... This doesn't make any difference. What we're in now, it's nothing. Who cares? It doesn't make shit in difference. No one gives a fuck anyway.
I think it's just like...
Who the fuck tells people 2 weeks before there's going to be no masks, there's going to be no masks? No one's fucking wearing them. I saw you go in the supermarket here, and there's people not wearing... But what's the point correcting them and saying... Mate, you got to wear a mask because next Tuesday, that's when you're not allowed to wear a mask. Oh, and the figure's going to be better next Tuesday. Oh, no, it'd be significantly worse. So why the fuck am I wearing a mask? No idea, mate.
Yeah.
It's difficult. You know, I'm for the whole Freedom Day. You know, I feel that the country needs to get started again. I'm in the mindset of, you know, as sad as it is, people are going to die. People die every day. But say if the cases go up, but the deaths stay, you know, quite low, then I would say that's a good thing.
They can't. What you've done is impossible. Though.
It's but it is that's
because it's a percentage, not a number.
That is where we're at right now, though. very low fatality rate right now.
But they're which it'll always continue to be. I'm not going to even say that. But the problem is because it's a percentage, not a, that the issue that they've taken advantage time and time again with conditioning people by saying some things as a percentage and some things as a number.
Yeah.
So we know that 1% of everybody who gets COVID will be hospitalised. 1%. It's actually about 1.4 at the moment, which is worse. So, but 1.4 of 100,000 is clearly a lot worse than 1.4 of 30,000. And that's the same problem with the deaths. I'm not arguing it's going to kill people because, and if you are a conspiracy theorist, vaccine person, you're a dipshit. I have no fucking sympathy for whatever the fuck happens to you. Kiss my dick. You are scum. That they're the clear definition. I totally understand why people think we've got to open up. I do, and I think the situation was entirely created.
Well, I think for me,
I
think so. If you accept that, unless you increase the restrictions, the infection rate doesn't go down. This just feels like just a window of freedom. Really, we've just got a window of freedom before an inevitable winter lockdown.
Yeah, definitely. I know the thing is, but the thing that is quite sad, I think if they've got someone's got a compromised immune system, I hope that when the figures rush up, I hope they start paying those people. Because if you've got something like rheumatoid arthritis or Crohn's disease and you have to take immunosuppressants, you could be fucking dead at 30. We're not talking about 96-year-olds. You wouldn't die anyway.
The two real victims who don't get much press are the highly vulnerable that have basically been isolating for this entire time.
Yeah, agreed.
And the long COVID sufferers.
Yeah, sure.
Which caught it ages ago and are still going through all this crap. So. But we'll see.
Anyway, that's enough misery. What else is in the news? Football.
The only other thing is the football. Really, are you a football fan, Dean?
No, but I watched the semi-final and the final.
Yeah. Obviously, the football chat has been overtaken by the racism thing. There's absolutely nothing to say on it other than it's just awful, isn't it? It's just shocking.
Yeah.
It's inevitable as well. That was the sad thing. Woke up on Monday. Anyone with a fucking brain woke up on Monday morning. They didn't go, "Oh my god!" Just went, "That's inevitable. That's what happened."
You see, that's how naive and sheltered my life is. I didn't even think.
I thought, you got 10 years of running up nationalism, and then you go the next morning, you go, "Fucking hell, everyone's being really nationalist." I don't get this at all. It's really weird. That's what I thought.
I think. I'm told it's getting worse in this country.
It's fucking worse.
That's scary. That is scary.
I mean, because it almost seems to be rewarded.
In the 70s, we literally had racist TV programs.
Yeah.
So if it's getting worse than that,
to a degree, then the amount of times I had to explain Afghani to people recently. I'm like, no, the joke is literally that he's the fucking joke because Warren Mitchell's Jewish. Get a grip. But I do agree with you. Yeah, some of it was fucking disgusting.
If it's worse than that, then if it's getting worse, then there's literally nothing to say. It's just appalling. It's really saddening.
People will take an easy way. Apart this is off vaping, but we'll get back to it. Don't worry, guys. It's all right. Stay safe. I think that if somebody gives you an excuse for why your life isn't how you wish it to be, based on nothing, then if you're a bit of a div, you accept it. And if people keep saying it's not your fault, it's illegal immigrants, it's not your fault, it's this, when it is clearly your fucking fault, you need to accept it as an adult and do better, and not just keep thinking it's that. And I think that, honestly, that's a fucking massive issue. And nationalism is fucking huge.
The platforms need to do more.
Yeah, fuck they do. I don't fuck.
My day job is the exact same thing as those platforms. It's web-based software, which is what those platforms are. And if it was the company I work for, in 48 hours we could roll out a change that made it so much harder to do than it is now.
And the second you do it, stop banning the account, ban the fucking IP. I can fucking do it on. If someone tries to do me on just a nick, I can remove their IP. They can't get it on the site. They will never see it again.
So do that. Like as a internet-y person, what you do, Richard, you could just go, right, we're going to put in, if someone types in the N-bomb, that'll be an automatic ban, you're fucking off, IP ban, everything.
Any tweet with that word can be held for review.
Twitter is like the worst piece of shit on the planet.
I think they think that they need that
that controversy. I agree.
Freedom of speech, everyone's voice type thing, and I don't.
But it's not. And not only that, it's not freedom, because freedom of speech doesn't come with freedom of consequences. You can say what you want, but you will get back. And that's the consequence.
There's a lot of people saying it'd be murder to remove the anonymity. At this
That's because
point,
they don't want to. They don't want to kick in the head.
Your phone, which is what most people are using Twitter on, knows exactly who you are. You've got a Google account, you've got your bank account tied to it.
It does a handshake with your IMEI, which is your handset identification. It literally shakes hands with that every time you log on.
Exactly it goes who you are.
IMEI,
so wouldn't actually
IMEI.
That much of a stretch for Twitter.
Ban the fucking. You can ban the IP, ban the IMEI. Just get rid of them. They're fucking turds. And the other thing is, you verify accounts. Because I think it's perfectly fine to say fuck, shit, and cunt on the internet. I do. I think it's absolutely fine. But I don't care who knows that. If someone rang my mum, I'm a 40-year-old man. If someone rang my mum and went, I heard John say cunt the other day, and she went, did you say cunt the other day? Okay, yeah, it's because someone's acting a cunt. I don't care. So you can attach my fucking name. Like, I don't want to put my name as my username, but I don't care if Twitter know it's my fucking name. Yeah. And if the police come round, that's fine, because I'm allowed to say cunt, because I'm an adult.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It was poor
I do totally agree. They do need to definitely put it down. YouTube, I think that, and I do think as well that, the code, I think that they should start sharing those codes, because YouTube have been on top form. When we started doing this years ago, we knew that if you use the seed bomb, which I always say all the time anyway, I'm saying that to be pleasant, we know that the algorithm picks that up. It says that if I was insane enough to use an N bomb, it will pick it up immediately. It knows
YouTube has the ability to automatically apply subtitles to a video, so therefore the algorithm knows the words you are saying, therefore they can take action on that. If you can do it with a video, it's insanely easy with written text, i.e. a tweet. So.
You can get it up now, and it's doing it straight away.
Yeah.
But for this exactly other reasons as well. On TikTok, I joked before, it was when we were behind the curtains. I made a video where I said the word penis 5 times, and it got removed before it uploaded. It went up, and then bang, it was off. And I got a flag and an email and a message saying this video has been taken off, and then I had to use whatever. But the weird thing is, the same fucking algorithm, if I use the N bomb or the C bomb, or I make up a conspiracy theory, if I repeat a conspiracy theory like Bill Gates, etc., and doing the vaccines, it doesn't do shit. And the video, if someone does it, spikes immediately because all they want is a reaction. They don't care what it is, negative or positive, whatever, and it explodes. You can get videos with 200,000 views and 50 likes because everyone thinks that guy's a prick, but they've all gone on there to tell him.
Yeah.
And they love it because they're going, oh, yeah, they think he's a prick. Instead of thinking, yeah, I think he's socially responsible to let this fucking nutcase on. There's 50 people there with silver fucking foil hats going, he's got it. He's brave enough to say it. We all know it.
Right, so.
Into vaping news.
Vaping news, John.
That's not bad, 34 minutes of bullshit. Daily record. Oh, yeah. I was chuffed with this because we're going back to retro vaping news, and I enjoy that. Vaping e-cigarette explodes in Scotsman's pocket, leaving him with serious burns. And I was like, oh my God, it's 2018. We're back. Now we're back. Boom. Delivery driver Alex Crossley heard a pop when he looked down to see burning flames shooting down his leg.
Oh, he looks all right. He's fine.
He's fine. A Scot was left stunned when his e-cigarette exploded, leaving him with second-degree burns. Delivery driver Alex Crossley had been at his work base in Edinburgh, in case you're wondering, when he heard a hissing sound coming from his shorts. That's the trouser snake. We all know that. Believing he'd accidentally turned the vape on, Alex plunged his right hand into his pocket to investigate. But the 41-year-old was stunned when he heard a loud pop and looked down to see burning flames shooting down his leg. Now, I'm going to just cross to one of these bits. Right, we're going to go through the explanation, the normal explanation.
Does it show his device or anything like that?
No, he gets to see his fingers. They don't look great. A few burns on there. But Alex messes up because Alex tells the truth because he's a good Scotsman.
Good Scotsman.
Yep.
And let's see if we can. Let's see if you can investigate as to what happened.
I bet he had it in his sporran.
With his keys.
Move his keys.
I keep my vape, my spare 2 batteries for it, and I also throw my car keys in my pocket, which was a bit of a stupid move.
Silly.
Oh.
I automatically went to move my vape, as the hissing sound usually happens when I've accidentally leaned on the on button in my pocket.
So he didn't turn it off either.
That's the last. No, but it wasn't that. It was the battery vented in his pocket, which we all know because he put his fucking keys in his pocket with 2 batteries. But Alex, clearly wasn't supposed to say that because at no point did they don't refer to that actually being a battery. It had fuck all to do with the vape. He had his keys, 2 spare 18650s, and his mod in his pocket. But good old Alex, because Alex was actually clearly trying to tell them what happened. Yeah. And they went, sorry, I can do quite a good Indian impression.
You're breaking up a bit.
I'm going to do because I know Mark will comment on it. So he went, no, right, that was all my fault. I just put it in my pocket with a couple of batteries and my keys, and they've obviously just sort of done that and that. And they went, right, you're saying that it exploded because vapes are dangerous. No, I had my couple of batteries like this, like we one like that, put in my pocket, cut the keys.
Is he a magician? That's one hell of a pocket.
Oh, I can get
2 batteries and some keys in one pocket.
Yeah, easy. Get
loose change, trombone.
I can't stand batteries, keys in my front pockets. Got to be in my old bum pocket.
Well, I'm a bum pocket man. Yeah, I agree. But good, Alex, because at least he's solved the mystery himself with what the fuck happened.
Yeah, and a reminder to everyone:
don't put your keys in your pocket. Put your keys in your bum pocket, people.
Don't be a dickhead.
Yeah, essentially.
He did his best. I'm going to leave CNN. Don't go CNN.
It's quite pleasing that all happened and the injuries weren't severe.
He's got some burns. They're not that bad. I think it was venting. I don't think it hadn't actually gone. What's it called? Someone to give me a hand here.
Thermal runaway.
If that hadn't done that, it wasn't thermal runaway because you wouldn't have been able to put your hand in there.
Bit of pamphlet on it. It'll be fine.
Yeah, he'll be good to go. I'm going to skip that the CNN. So I'm going to go to post. Because it's the same thing. This is the Post Gazette. In a fight for survival, Juul funds pro-vaping studies. How many years are we in? Where now you feel the time is to be doing advocacy. In a fight for survival, Juul funds pro-vaping studies, then pays a scholarly journal to showcase them. In less than 2 months, the US Food and Drug Administration is supposed to decide at long last whether the company most responsible for the teenage vaping endemic should be stopped or at least restrained from marketing its e-cigarettes. There's talks of a £40 billion fine. The decision will hinge on whether the scientific research shows Juul's sleek nicotine delivery system, it's sleek, has public health benefits. Does it enable smokers to break or reduce their addiction to cigarettes, or does it primarily lead to the dual use of e-cigarettes? What a piece of shit study that is anyway. While luring non-smokers. How could you even do this? There's way too many anomalies for that to even make any fucking sense as a study. What would you do? Lead a 19-year-old in and go, which one do you want? I want the vape. But do you want the smoke as well? Yeah. Have them both.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
I suppose they're just playing the game by the rules that are already in place, because the studies that are out are awful anyway.
Oh, exactly. But why are we in this? Have they got themselves in a position where they weren't doing these studies fucking 4 years ago?
I honestly think we talked about it over the last few weeks. I honestly think they're really up against it.
I think they're fucked. Honestly, I think they're fucked.
I think the sales are through the floor. They're going to get sued by every state in the country. Yeah. They're going to have to get some kind of agreement on that, because they're going to get rinsed.
Yeah. Thankfully, they've sold out, though, and it's going to be a tobacco company that takes a massive smack in the balls.
I think they're done, and this is a last gasp attempt. Because these sort of studies are probably what they'll go on to use in the court cases. So they're watching their own back. They're not trying to save vaping.
I will say here, though, but Juul's gambit may have backfired. 3 members of the editorial board of the 45-year-old American Journal of Health Behavior resigned in protest, while editor and publisher Albert D. Glover retired shortly after the special issue on dual use was published, according to the New York Times. It's a horrible ethical breach, declared Brian Jensen, a paediatrician who specializes in tobacco policy, researching at Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. We have 60 years of data showing big tobacco lies. Now, Juul has lied, saying they haven't targeted teens. It's a fucking stupid. They're going to lose, and they're going to lose badly. And sadly, they did stop people smoking. They really fucking did. Their device is a piece of shit. They're a piece of shit company. We've said this from the start. Whenever we told big reviewers to stop, when they were pushing the device, in private, we didn't do it, because they're friends. Stop doing this. This is a bad fucking idea. We know that's a piece of shit. Oh, have you tried one? I don't have to try dog shit. I know what it tastes like. I can surmise what it tastes like. You shouldn't be pushing this.
I reviewed the Juul. I did.
How did it go?
It's one of my highest grossing videos.
Yeah. Were you a fan?
No, I wasn't. Because the milligram that we're allowed over here, obviously the 20 milligram cap, it didn't work. It just wasn't satisfying enough for a new, like an ex-smoker, new vapor.
And we can do better. The thing is, it's shit tech. You can do better than that. You can do better than that for a tech, like for 15 quid. I can do better than that. You can do better than that. This is like 20 quid. And it kicks it into the moon. This is like Star Trek fucking futuristic invention compared to that piece of shit.
Yeah.
Just a terrible. I remember seeing it, and then people saying you can drill a hole inside and inject liquid in it. What are you doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing? Why?
Yeah.
I think Australia. This is okay, here we go. This is the vaping post, so we know it's going to be on our side at least. This is Australia. Tobacco Harm Reduction Group criticises Australian vape restrictions. Australia is miles behind many others in the Asia Pacific region and the UK when it comes to acknowledging vaping's key role in beating tobacco. Australia is sadly kowtowing to the World Health Organization rather than accepting compelling international evidence, said the group's coordinator. This is about their law change. As of October 2021, vapers in Australia will only be able to purchase vaping products from pharmacies via prescription. We talked to Sam about this on the show. While retailers in neighbouring New Zealand and most other countries are able to responsibly sell tobacco products over the counter, anyone caught violating Australia's harsh regulations will face steep fines and in some cases even imprisonment. Can you imagine that? What are you in? What are you in for? Oh, wait there. He's getting a crap Australian accent. You all right, mate? What are you in for?
I was caught vaping some watermelon stuff outside Lundy's. What about you?
I fucking killed someone.
Yeah, isn't it like a 220 grand fine?
Yeah, but for the retailer, it's fucking mental.
Yeah.
Crazy. I'm just done with this fucking, like, they're mad. As the Vaping Bogan said in the show, like, they've done brilliantly with COVID-19, but they're still a bunch of fucking idiots. That doesn't make them a good government. They're still a fucking, their premier is a twat.
Yeah, they've not got a handle on any of this.
This is ridiculous. Why are they fucking still explaining science like the children?
But for me, like, as well, like, and we did talk about it, with Bogan, but what a waste of a doctor's time. Do you know, to have to get these prescriptions to get some nick imported just for personal use for yourself? I'd be so angry because I've had this before. Like if you want to repeat prescription in the UK, sometimes the doctor will say it'll be on your notes rather than give you want to have an appointment, and I'll lose my shit over it. Like, why the fuck? I don't want to waste time. Just say, kiss my balls. I'll be in on Thursday. Just ring me when it's sorted, because I don't want to. Why the fuck am I going to spend half an hour? Why is he spending half an hour of his day? It's ridiculous. It's not what the fuck. It's no miracle. Just do it, and then you speak to them, and then it's sorted later. Unless I say fuck a lot less, but I am not wasting somebody's time to have to do that. It's stupid. You could be dealing with some old granny's boils up her ass or something.
Yeah.
Dealing with me.
Discharge.
Our usual vagina discharge. So yeah, YouTube will have picked up the word vagina now.
In for the usual, Doris. Yeah.
Stand back, blowtorch.
Well, it's not. It's silly. But there we go. So is that all the news?
Yes, that's it.
Then it is definitely time for Master Vaper. This is the new quiz, Master Vaper.
This is the new quiz, Master Vaper.
Are we going to take it in turns to ask the questions, John? Because
yes.
Got to be quick.
Grill me.
Okay.
So, this is it, right? I've got to get a stopwatch out and everything. Have you ever seen Mastermind?
Yeah.
It's a bit like that.
Did you nab this idea from Sunday Brunch?
No. Do they ask questions to vaping enthusiasts?
No, to their hosts, to their guests. Sorry.
Do they really? I fucking hate the pair of them.
Do you know what I was going to do? I was going to do the Mastermind music with my mouth to avoid copyright. I realised I don't actually know what it is. No. It just sort of goes like dum dum dum. Before the actual bit where they're about to ask the question. Anyway, you've got 45 seconds to answer as many questions as you can about vaping. You will go on a leaderboard, and we will be asking every guest every week.
I'm excited.
And yes, obviously the questions will change each week. You know,
I'm
otherwise
ready.
they'd just be able to
watch it back.
Yes. So just answer as many as you can. Some of the questions aren't very well written because I wrote them, but I've tried to do it in that Mastermind style.
I like it.
Yes. So we'll just ask some questions for 45 seconds, and that's it. Okay, are you ready?
Yep.
Right. We need a jingle for this, I think, John.
I don't know. Master Vaper. I'll do.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll do the first question, John.
Yes.
Okay, go. What is the popular abbreviation for a rebuildable tank atomizer?
RTA.
Which tank is recognised as the first ever sub-ohm tank?
Oh, the fucking Kangatech EVOD.
What year was the first UL Crown released?
Bloody hell. 2010.
What does UK VIA stand for?
UK Vaping. No.
What was the name of Freemax's first mesh subtank?
Freemax. Oh. No, I've got Horizon Tech Falcon. Pass.
To squeeze a bottle of juice which is already implanted in the mod to feed the wick is also known as what?
Juicing up. Can you repeat that?
Okay, that's fine. To squeeze a bottle of juice which is already
so you'll finish.
in the mod to feed the wick is also known as what?
Priming. It's probably wrong.
Okay. Dum-dum-dum. That's the end.
There was so much pressure there. I didn't like it.
It's intense, isn't it? It's intense. Okay, so just to review, you had one pass. Was that the Freemax subtank? Was it the pass?
Yeah. Was it the mesh? No.
Yeah, it was the mesh. I think you passed on the mesh, and
the first Freemax mesh subtank. It was the Firelux.
I think you got one.
Hang on. We're gonna go through this. You got RTA correct.
Yeah.
Now you said. What did you say for the first ever subtank?
The Kangatech EVOD, I think I said.
Yes. Now we're gonna give you that because it's a highly disputed thing.
Right. Okay.
Because the Aspire Atlantis is popularly considered the first one because it literally came with a sub-ohm coil. But vape historians believe that to be the correct answer, what you said, because it was the first large tank that could sub-ohm with a preset coil. So we'll give you that. So there's two. Oh, the UL Crown was first released in 2015.
Oh.
UK VIA is the UK Vaping Industry Association.
The Firelux, as we said, this one you'll kick yourself. To squeeze a bottle of juice which is already implanted in the mod to feed the wick is known as what?
Squonking.
Squonking.
Oh fuck! I was thinking, you've got your bottle.
That's
of
why
juice.
I was like, how to say this?
That is
implanted.
That is the classic mastermind questioning technique that throws people off. So you got RTA, you got sub tank. So you did get 2.
Got 2.
So
it could be the winner. I mean, you're top of the leaderboard. It could be the one. Could be the one. We might be more cunty on different days.
Well, that was scarier than the Vape Round Awards.
It'll all come down to what questions you get on any given day, won't it?
Yeah. And how much anyone can be asked to write them.
Yeah. See, now we've caused a debate in chat about the Atlantis again.
Chat, shut up! You don't have your opinion. You're not here on the screen.
Yeah, it's funny, isn't it? Because I would just go with the Atlantis straight off, but I do agree as well.
Yeah, well, I got this from it was like an eSig 101, the website or whatever, and they literally said both answers are correct because technically this came out first, yet the Atlantis is what everyone believes to be the first subtank. So both correct.
Yeah, I'd say the Atlantis was probably the first, fully dedicated tank, but I think that EVOD was the first to accept a sub coil, wasn't it?
Yes, that's right. That's exactly right. Yeah.
It's such a weird. Do you remember the one thing that was quite funny is they both put these sub-ohm coils in, and the tank was fucking tiny, so it's like 4 drags and it was empty anyway. It didn't matter. It's like somebody got, I know what we should do, make a sub-ohm coil. Boom, great idea. We're gonna need a lot of cotton. You're gonna need a load of cotton. And anything else? Nah, that'd be about it. Fuck, it's gone. It's empty. Yeah, that'll happen.
They
That's
brought
just
out
one of those things.
They brought out that stick battery for the Atlantis, and the battery was fine, but they didn't change the Atlantis. So you could in one charge you'd have to fill the tank like 5 times.
Yeah, it was amazing. Everything about the Atlantis was funny as shit. And then what was
pretty
funny,
good though.
But what was really funny when you were in high end, like as I was, I ran SV at the time, people started coming out with different tanks that took the Atlantis. But so it was like, you quite like the Atlantis coil. Yeah. But the Atlantis is like 25 quid. Yeah. How do you like this tank that takes exactly the same coil, but it's 170? Why the fuck are you buying that?
That's gone on for years.
You were like, you are a fucking idiot.
That's gone on for years though.
How do you that really expensive scotch you like? Yeah. How much is it? I was about, well, not really. It's mid-range. It's like, 60 quid a bottle. It's a real treat. Would you drink it out of a Lucozade bottle for a £5? I couldn't give a shit. Give it to me now. Like, who cares?
Yeah, that's how it's gone on though.
Oh, Mark Halls is being a spoil sport, trying to take my point away from me.
It's okay.
Put him in timeout.
No, that's okay. It was. You are right. It was the EVOD. It was the first ever 30mm tank type thing. I'll put the article that I've read in the group tomorrow to show it.
Mark, be kind to me, please.
Yeah, Halsey.
He's only down the road.
The Kangatech sub tank is what Kangatech brought out in response to the Atlantis about 2 months after.
Yeah, that was my first sub tank. It was sub tank Nano.
The orange O-rings and stuff.
I assume you ended up. I don't remember that. Oh yes, I do. Yeah. Oh, sorry, because I made the most famous fucking meme. I created sub tank wanker.
Yeah.
I fucking made that.
Square coil heads, didn't it?
Yeah, it was shit. Yeah. When they brought out the one, you could rebuild it yourself if you got the fingers of a 3-year-old, and you could make your own coil. And if you got it slightly wrong, the first vape, you'd go, I've nailed this first go. And then you take one more drag and it'd auto siphon. Just go.
I remember that they had the first temp control coils, or one of the earliest temp control, Nichrome.
Yeah.
And I remember getting them. I can't remember who it was from, and putting them in, and then putting temp control on this thing, and it would burn, and I breathed in oxy nickel. Sorry, it was nickel, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was lovely.
We've all done those brilliant
things. That, it'll flood like crazy.
We used to use, when we first started, anybody who's been vaping for a few years, you were effectively, when they first started doing DIY coils, we were using elements. They were just, sending out reels of elements that they use for styrofoam and polystyrene cutting. And if you're using flat wire, you were using toaster elements to vape with.
Tastes like bread.
Yeah, it was great.
Right, should we show some new stuff? Have you two got the feed up?
I will get the feed.
I've got it.
Cool. Right. The very first one is a post from Aspire. It's pretty good, actually. Pretty good that they've done this. Their suggested usage of their 3 new devices. So in recent times they've had 3 new things out. The Zelos 3, which is a traditional mod tank combo, which they're recommending for home use. The Aspire Mini Can Plus, which is a tiny pod thing, which they're recommending for the office.
Mini Can Plus.
And then the POC X box for outdoor use, because it's a sort of a side-by-side situation.
I've got them here.
Have you got the POC X?
Have you got? Yeah, that's the one I'm interested in.
Well, the POC, it needs that one they've used in the picture. The finish is shit. I don't know why they used that one in the picture.
So the POC X box, Dean, is it got a screen?
No screen.
No screen.
Does it feel cheap or does it not?
No, it does. It's got a nice weight to it. It feels plasticky, kind of like.
It looks like a 3D print in that picture.
Like a Vapor Shark. Or something.
You know, like kind of like a Vapor Shark and the yellow thing.
The Tesla Y.
Tesla Y, yeah. It's got that kind of plastic on it.
Oh, I could hear it as well.
But it has got, the Vapor Resso Gen S feel.
Oh, yeah.
The grippy shark foreskin. It's got that.
So
is it light?
So it's unregulated then?
I don't know. It's that.
Set power output though.
That's such a strange
button, isn't it?
Yeah,
right,
I don't know if it's got 3 different outputs or whatever. I haven't started testing it yet.
Cool.
I mean, it's basic. It does. It really reminds me of like 2017.
Yeah, I don't think it's meant to be flashy.
No, 2016. There was a moment where they did that.
I don't mind it though.
It's a good looking thing. It is heavy.
Is it? Oh, okay. It looks flimsy in the picture. It's the shit.
No, it's got good weight to it, but the weight is kind of here where the battery is.
Right. Okay. What's the gap onto the battery? Oh, okay. So it's just an 18650 again.
I would say.
So what's the gap underneath the tank then? Nothing.
Oh, that won't be an 18650.
Ah, it's a LiPo. Right. I think it's a LiPo sideways.
I think it's a 19500. It'll be, I reckon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Weird.
It's got light on it.
Maybe
Flashes. Oh shit.
Oh, so you might have the old 3 clicks power change.
Yeah, hold on. No, 3 clicks don't change anything.
Oh. I still think I could use it. This is because now I don't review and stuff. That's just my mentality. If I could use it, then I think it's okay. If I couldn't use it, I just.
Yeah, I don't like the middle one we talked about because we had that. It looks like the thingy one. From before. Yeah.
Yeah, no,
it is what it is.
Winning any prizes?
No, I don't want the left. The one on the left was on.
The next thing is new fancy vape mail in to Mark Todd. The Cloud Mods gang are back. He says the Cloud 2 RTA 22 mm.
Someone's got it. Someone beat Mark to it. I saw it the other day.
Yes, and it's got a little cloud at the bottom. It's a very traditional looking.
Oh, I know who it was.
Rose-esque RTA.
Vapeware Mods dude had it.
Yep,
That's who I was thinking.
I think it looks all right.
Because
it's specifically mouth to lung.
It's Greek, isn't it? It's Greek.
How much is that? Like 50 grand?
49,999. Yes.
And you've got to know, you've got to be related to the owner.
Yeah,
I
think it's like
I don't know. No, because
I
think it'll be in the. I think it'll be in the specialist websites. We'll have it available. It won't be a list thing. I don't think.
No, I don't think so. They didn't list the first one. I don't think. Well, people know. Who's got one on the way in our chat? Someone will have one on the way.
I'm hearing it's good. So check that out. Obviously, keep tuned to Mark's thing if you want to find out more about that. I don't
Keith Morgan said, "Looks like a smooth R."
Yes,
I get what you mean.
Cloud on, yeah, it has
I do, but they've gone with one. Right, one is enough. That'll do.
Yeah. This I don't know how new this is, but Smoker big style plug in it at the moment. This is the Smok Fortis.
I've got one of them on the Wii.
So it must be pretty new. So a single 18650 jobby. I think the thing with this is they're going to do 3 different kits with 3 different tanks. The TFV 18 Mini, the TFV Mini V2, and the Mini V2 tank. So you can bubble it.
That'd be the 2 mil UK version, wouldn't it?
That's right.
On the left,
UK version. I think it's you're going to see them in the vape shops. It's the standard 80 watt single cell. You know that it'll be a solid sub tank as well. So that's their latest offering.
Not for the US market.
Well, no, that's true. That's true.
I don't know what I think. Once they realise what they're going to miss, like just to turn over, I think it's financially it's a fucking dumb decision.
I do like that Smok are continuing their. They're one of the few companies still keeping to their actual release cycle of one new thing a month at least.
Yeah, fuck it. I know the thing is, because we've spoken about this, I know loads of people hate Smok, but I tell you, there's as many people who love them.
Yeah, the thing is, their stuff sells. They sell it in supermarkets. I won't name supermarkets, but you know, they sell it in supermarkets.
I got a female friend of mine. That isn't a euphemism. Loves Smok stuff. Like I was going through some stuff I had because, like the same as you. You know, you end up. I've got somebody. Somebody asked my wife how many mods I'd got the other day, and they went, "Has he got like a crazy amount, like 5?" And she was like, "He's got like 40." And one of my female friends went, "Have you got anything made by Smok?" And I went, "I haven't actually." Because the other thing is, I feel
they've cut the trick is they've cut through the mainstream, haven't they?
Yeah.
They are wanted by normal people that don't watch programs like this.
Yeah, and not only that, normal people who are into vaping, but they're not mental.
Yeah.
Exactly correct.
It's not a mental disease. They just know what they like, and I get that. I think it's great. I think it's fucking amazing.
Mike Vapes on his Insta has given us a sneak peek of a new Boxer. I believe it's a new Boxer. It's a Boxer mod. They're the 3D guys.
Yeah.
It's a minimalist classic.
I haven't seen them for ages. It is. But that's kind of what I was saying about that and New Aspire. That's exactly what that is. That's minimalist, isn't it? Classic.
Isn't that like, what's that, single 21700?
21700.
Yes.
It is a bit. I think they should have changed the design slightly because I don't. I think it looks a bit big.
It looks 3D printed and cheap.
Yeah, Boxer are 3D printed, but they go
like that. They've got a
it is the high end of that.
Yeah, but is it just high?
I'm not defending. I'm just telling you.
No. Is it just high end because they're going, oh, we're only going to release 50 of these and your name's got to be in with Patreon?
Well, they use a different. I mean, it's like
it's the highest quality printing do.
Yeah, and they use
most don't do.
There's metal in the filament, etc.
Most don't do. So
it's like the Frankie back in the day. Frankenstein always hit it because it took hours. I was always I've never had Frankie, so I don't care. But Boxer were that when that was key, they hit that. I mean, you cannot knock Frankenstein for what they did when it comes to Box.
It's kind of they're kind of playing up to their own audience now, like releasing a classic version.
If this is what you like. We've got
a fan base, you know. It's almost a bit like Cave when in Smovesto bring out the light version of
a K-fan or whatever. Yeah, totally.
They've got that following there, haven't they? Like not in a bad way, elite following, but they've got like a pure following kind of thing, haven't they?
It's like if you do what you do well, it'll sell for fucking ages. It just does. Yeah, I do.
Box have always tied in with reviewers and stuff very well as well.
Yeah,
like they've obviously got one in Mike's hand before they've even publicised it themselves. You know?
Yeah,
to me that doesn't look right. It's too big. I think they've fucked that. But I get it.
This next one, I need your help with, Dean. This is the Kylie Mini 2. Hasn't this been out a while?
I have not worked with Vandy Vape since the lit RDA. Because I told them it was shit and published a review.
Right. Yeah, they are funny about stuff like that. Yeah, so I don't know. They've suddenly started doing loads of Instagram posts about this. I believe it's been out a while. Maybe no one noticed or something. I don't know. But yeah, Kylie Mini V2. If we didn't show it on the show, so I'll show it now. Single coil RTA is what it is really. It works. I've had one of their versions. It's fine. But yeah, they're giving that the big thumb up at the moment. This is brand new from DigiFlavor. This is the S MTL RTA V4. A brand new mouth to lung RTA from DigiFlavor, who are bringing out.
That's mouth to lung.
Yes, they're bringing out.
Fuck off!
Can't you tell by the drip tip?
I want it. How the fuck is that mouth to lung?
It'll have tight airflow, I guess.
It hasn't. Why has it got that much air?
There you go.
I'd like to see. Have you got a 510?
Got it. Yes. Oh, brilliant.
Can you pull that and just put a 510 in it? D. Just a normal, not like dickhead 510 in it. I just want to look.
Oh yeah. You can put 510 drips in it.
No,
it comes with a short one in there as well.
Can you now? Just so we can see it, because I think it'll look good. Because that drip tip's fucking horrible.
I don't mind the look of it with drip tip to one side.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. I just think you'll change what it looks like.
Don't judge me. This is just one out of the pot.
Yeah, that's fine. I just want it to look loads better. Yeah, it changes it, doesn't it? Yeah, it's completely different now.
Yeah, I don't mind the look of that. And is it tight? Is it a nice tight mouth to lure? Have you put a build in it?
Yes, I've been using it for 3 weeks.
You're overwhelmed with stuff because you're the nation's favourite.
I'm the nation's number 50th reviewer in the world.
You still can't do it. Well, none of us can do that. I don't know why.
Anyway,
yeah, it looks like that, people. We've got it.
I think Todd done some first looksy kind of thing the other day.
Oh right, okay.
In his vape mail video.
Right. Oh right, of course, yeah. It's your classic undercoil airflow S style coil.
GTA deck.
Yes, raised. Yeah. I reckon it's probably all right, and I don't think it looks that bad either.
Oh, I think once you got rid of that shitty drip tip, it's fine.
Yeah.
Everybody does. Every fucking body does that. That's no reflection. It's just shit. Yeah, it just says Todd unboxed it yesterday. He was impressed. He reckoned it was a 1 mil.
Yeah. So that's one to watch if you're a mouth to lung, because if you're a mouth to lung vapor these days, you're a little bit starved of mainstream gear. It just comes in little waves of 1 or 2. So one to watch for. We'll keep an eye out for your review, Dean, as well.
Point eight
share it
is
on the group when it comes out.
0.8 is a mouth to lung, by the way, not 1.
Yeah, 0.8 is nice. I think I've got 0.8 on this.
That's where you want it. 0.8 is the exact point.
Yeah, 0.83.
That's exactly what you want. 1 is too much.
But I've got it in DL.
Every tank is slightly down, though, aren't they? Because the coil he uses affects it as well.
Yeah, do you remember when people used to think, oh, fucking hell, people would put like a big drip tip or a thin drip? Fuck off. Like, it doesn't matter. You need the air hitting the bottom of the coil. That's the whole thing.
Yeah.
Put
a chaff cap on it, you'll be fine.
The only time mine was blown by a drip tip was when I had a tank, and this tip that came with it made the tank whistle.
Oh, that's fucking weird. Yeah.
And I put a different drip tip on it, stopped whistling, and that blew my mind a bit. But
I've still got a drip tip. I started 2012, so 9 years ago. I got a drip tip I got in 2010 from an Origin that's stainless steel, and it's still probably one of my favourite drip tips because nobody did just a normal stainless steel drip tip. It always looked like a vase or a chest piece or a snake's head, and I was like, I'm not using that. I already look like Harry Potter anyway.
Another post from Mark Todd. Presumably he did this in his vape mail video as well. I really don't know how to pronounce this. The Sycro RSTA. It's one of these fancy European tanks, with the old steel wicking rod things, RDTA jobbies with the steel wicks. Can you see it?
Yes. Oh, fucking hell, yeah. It's a big old fucking slash.
Oh, dear.
Fucking, who the fuck are you? Annie Lennox.
Yeah.
What's happened?
Sorry.
You dropped a glass?
Yeah, I was going to show you one of my drip tips that I found funny.
And it was
then you smashed it.
And I smashed all the glass. I had a spare tank glass in there. Look at this drip tip.
Oof.
That is a fucking...
And it's just 510, isn't it? Nice.
I don't think it's 510. Oh. It's not 510. It's not 810. It come with...
You used to get with Vape Giant, you used to get a fucking drip tip.
Oh,
what a fucking massive drip tip.
I'm trying to think who they were. They had the tank with like the propellers on the front. 3 propellers on the barrel.
I can't.
Fuck.
They had white and yellow boxes, I think it was. OBS.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was an OBS engine RTA or an engine stock coil tank. That's what come with it.
Yeah.
I really like the idea of your mate pulls up outside. I know. I'd love to go to Alton Towers, mate. The exhaust's falling off. Give me 2 seconds.
I've got that.
Put me there. Hulk done.
So yeah, looking at this tank, it's huge airflow.
Fucking massive,
isn't it?
It's like someone just put an axe to the side.
So there you
go.
I don't know what the intended use of that is, because if you vaped it to the
that looks nice.
Requirement of that, yeah, it's pretty. But if you vaped it to the need of that much airflow, there's no way the steel wick could keep up.
No way.
So I don't know what the logic is there, but these people know more than me.
No. Is that? But that's so. That is it German? I'm assuming.
I don't know.
It's pretty, but I could never get over that airflow. It's fucking huge.
Oh, chat guessed OBS.
Yes, they did.
That's impressive.
Nice one, Rufus.
So yes, so this is this is a big tease from Mike Vapes. This is a new tank he's got coming from himself and Yacht Vape. What's he saying? Thing. Oh, he hasn't even. It's the Eclipse. It's the Eclipse.
Nick Smith has just corrected the slash. There's 3 smaller holes inside the cap.
Yeah. Flat Cap is asking why Mark Todd follows no one on Instagram. The reason is just to look badass.
He is a badass.
It makes him look badass, doesn't it? Because it just makes him look really cool. It's very obnoxious, but it looks very cool because it's like, oh, I've got 3,000 followers and I'm not following anyone.
I would have said it's because he's Scotch and he's tight. That was what I was going to say.
But yeah, that's why he's doing it. He's looking cooler than he is. He's not even following me, his best friend in the whole world.
Man, that's just sad.
It's bad, isn't it? If you think about it.
Mark is still going on with this bloody poxy sub tank. I'm roasting.
Kanga Air Tank Turbo. Yeah, I'll show you this thing. Anyway, the new stuff, Mark. You're obsessed, Mark Hawes. But the scoring has been officially assigned now. And that it can't go back. But there will be an official Master Vaper thread in the group with the leaderboard tomorrow, etc.
People who've got big numbers to beat.
Well, yeah, but it's obviously not as easy as it looks, just like the real program. So
much pressure.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think there is. I think though that people will think, oh, I'm going to kick it, and then do shit.
I can't wait to have one of our regulars on, like Rick, who doesn't keep his eye on these things. Just going,
hear it.
Just going, Aspire.
Yeah.
Aspire haven't released anything in ages.
It's really right, Rick. If Rick won't watch this back, but if he did, there's no offense in this still. Rick is so lovely, right? But because he's got like the short-term memory of what people think a goldfish has got. It's something. Well, firstly, my wife finds Rick the funniest person in the world because he's unintentionally funny. So he'll be sat there with his mobile. We'll just be talking about something. We'll get up to go, and he'll go, "Fucking hell, where's my mobile phone?" And he'll have to empty his bag, empty all his pockets, empty his coat pocket, right? And then he'll eventually find it. But then it happens again 10 minutes later. He'll be somewhere else, and he'll go, "Yeah, no worries. Fucking hell, where's my phone?" And I'm like, Jesus. But funnier than that, in crew chat, I've been calling Boris Johnson Captain Dipshit. Right, every time I mention him, I'll go, "Oh, Captain Dipshit was in the news last night." And every single time, Rick will go, "Who's Captain Dipshit?" Then I'll post another picture of Boris Johnson. Because and every time it really makes me laugh when he goes, "Who's Captain Dipshit?" Again, it's him.
Just have like automatic quote tweet.
This is Captain Dipshit.
Yeah.
Oh, Mark's here.
Yeah, he's defending his Instagram stance.
You follow people. You don't have to, Mark.
You don't. I wouldn't now because it looks really good.
I feel really bad.
Also, it looks incredibly credible. On the flip side, now I know Mark's here. It looks very credible as well, because there used to be a trend on Instagram where, like, follow to follow back type thing.
Yeah.
So
F for F.
Yeah, and you would see people with 3,000 followers, which is good, but then you'd notice they have 12,000 that they're following. And all that means is, 1 in 5 has clicked back.
Because Instagram is a bot-infested swamp.
Yeah.
The sad thing is, when I've got like mates of mine who do different, like, who aren't in vaping at all, and they're really chuffed with their interaction, and they've gone, I did a really good post on Instagram earlier, and I go, and I'm just fucking around on Instagram, and I look at the comments, and they're all bot reply, they're all like bot comments, and I'm like, yeah, really good. They're things like amazing, you're brilliant,
but it still helps them.
I know, but I never tell them it's bots.
You get like,
I don't need to know that.
It seems I'm not going to name the company, but a specific e-liquid company that has become quite popular quite recently. It's not a brand of e-liquid, it's a company that distributes multiple brands. All the people that associate with them, you look through their post and it's like, oh, great shot, fam. Great hand check with like the fire emojis. And it's the same thing post for post for post for post for post. They must have like a like train or a follow train or whatever system going on.
You can attach it to just like a hashtag.
Yeah.
So anyone that puts vape life as a hashtag, instant response to that.
Oh, look, could you do that with if this and that?
Do it.
Yes.
My friend's into running, and he runs like every lunchtime, and he thinks he's really popular with loads of people, and they're all bots. Like, every single one of them's a bot. They're like, run life, whatever, and it's like, you're smashing it, man. And they've obviously got like it's not a dumb bot, so it doesn't write the same thing over and over again. It's got like 50 catchphrases that it uses, and you're going, they're not real. That's not real.
And it's like, oh, I've got 10,000 followers. Well, all of them are, bots, and they've only posted 2 things of like themselves and like the picture of the sea. They're not real.
You ever click on someone on Facebook, it says like, somebody just outside of vaping, just a mate, and it says like 300 friends. You go, click.
Yeah.
And they're like, and they're all, and loads of them are really bad shit bots, right? They're really shitty bots. And not only that, it's a screenshot profile picture, because we all know, because we've been trolled the fuck in our lives. You click it and go, that's a JPEG. Definitely. There's no way that's a picture.
Yeah. Right.
How's
we
Tinder?
need to talk about one more thing before we wrap up, and that is this came up in the group. It came up last week. I mentioned it last week, and it percolated. And I don't know if you've heard any whispers either, Dean, but there was whispers when the last previous announcement of Freedom Day, which got moved back. Around that time, there was whispers of a potential Vape Expo in November at the NEC, the traditional UK Vape Expo. So I put a poll on the group, and it simply said, if there's a Vape Expo in Birmingham in November, would you go? And the only answers available were yes, no because of COVID, or no for another reason, which... you comment below with your reason. Now the no's for other reasons were things like, I just don't like Vape Expos, or I can't, or Birmingham's
I've never been
away,
before,
etc. So those are fine. Interestingly, 50 said yes, 36 said no because of COVID, which is interesting.
This is what I said before. It's also, people might have they might have immune system problems, so it's just they're never going to go.
Completely valid though.
Yeah, absolutely.
At any point this year to not want to be in a room with 1,000 people.
Totally go.
It's just very interesting. I know I haven't heard any whispers about Expo since, so I'm not trying to pull the lid on this, and I think they would have started talking about it now if
Do you
it was going
go?
to happen.
Would you go if it was passport? Because I will say I think there's been a very subtle move back towards the idea of COVID passports.
Yeah, but
like
what do they
double
mean
vaccinated
now when they say that? Do they mean the card, your jab card with your?
No, you don't need it anymore. It's on the app. You can literally just go on the app.
I'm going to a festival next week, a 3-day festival, multiple thousands of people, and you cannot go unless you've done a PCR test, and you do it through this thing called Certificate, I think it is. It's a new app, and you've got to video yourself taking this PCR test and showing them the result, and then they let you in. If you don't take a test before, you've got to pay 25 quid at the gates and wait all that time to take a test, otherwise you're not allowed in.
Yeah,
that's fine though. I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, whether or not you've had a jab it doesn't matter if you've had 2 jabs, 1 jabs, or no jab.
I think that's very sensible. I know that there was a sporting event. I can't remember which event, not Wimbledon, but it was like around the same time. It was where there was the same thing. You needed this app that approved your PCR.
Yeah, that's it. I'm sure it's called Certificate or something like that. We've got to put for our information today, and then what's that?
Is it an outdoor gig?
Yeah. Outdoor festival, 4 days. 4 days. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
I did a joke. One thing that's really has troubled me.
That's probably the future, isn't it?
All the way through these troubles is the fact that, right, as a human in the world, it's really difficult. It's really important. All you got to do is shut the fuck up and listen, right, and remember what the fuck somebody said. And I think that has been really shown itself in the last sort of 15 months of this bullshit, that people cannot retain information. I made a joke the other day that the joke was I backed a fucking video on TikTok that it got 100,000 views. Which was that we were beating the whole of Europe with the infection rate. So if we lost the Euros, don't worry because we've won. And I backed it, and I backed it with Vindaloo. So if you're following that song on TikTok, you got me taking the piss out of the fact that we've beaten 27 member nations. We've got the worst fucking thing in the world. That was the joke. So many people said, yeah, but the reason the tests are so high is because we test school kids every 3 days. Lateral flow tests do not count, you fucking dipshit. They are not
tests,
on the fucking test results. And I just think, why the fuck am I still telling people this? At this point, do you not get it? Doesn't count. Because they've had people turn up to airports in the UK holding a lateral flow that they've ordered in negative and going, wait, I'm getting on the plane. No, you're not. No, you're not.
Yeah, I think it's interesting. I
would go.
It wouldn't be an expo like you know it in a way, because, like you say, you'd probably need some kind of PCR admittance at the door for Vape Expo in November. You'd probably be face masks inside. I'd be very surprised if Vape Expo people didn't say you need to wear a mask, and there'd be no trying. I mean, they could even say no vaping in the thing, which would be like mad for an expo, really, when you think about how vapey the whole thing is. My thing would probably be, I reckon we'll be in lockdown in November.
I think we will be, but if we're not, but the thing is, just to make this as gay as humanly possible, I haven't seen your stupid face in person now since August 2019, and I would go because I want to see my mates. And I'd sit outside and have a pint.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd even need a ticket.
Yeah, I don't really care. I just want to sit in a pub with my mates or outside a pub with my mates. I'll do it for that. So I don't care. I know there's lots of things, and the other thing is I'm definitely leaving this stupid country this year when Thailand opens its gates mid-August. So I'm going to fuck off as long as I can get out before a lockdown. I'm going. Because I'm double vaccinated now. I've had the second one today. If I could do a PCR, I'm going to get Delta. My wife works for the NHS. I'm guaranteed. Definitely, I'm getting it. I want to get it now, and then it's done.
Yeah, the app that they're using is called Certific.
Okay.
And I bleep. Sorry, there's a police helicopter going over at the moment.
We've got a shitload of them at the moment.
I think that's smart. That's a very professional way of doing a gig that you're going.
What are people saying in chat? Stuart's just said I'm all for it. It makes sense. What do people think about the things? Yeah, Keith just said
say the NEC where you couldn't vape though.
I'm okay. I'll go outside and vape. Keith Morgan's just said same here. I want to see everybody. It's not even called the. Someone's just corrected the NEC, but it isn't. What's it called? It's not called the NEC. It's called the Gambling Bell Ends or something.
All the road signs still say NEC.
I know. I do it for that, and I do it because I totally agree with getting on with it. But COVID passports make sense, and I think if it's on the app and you can be double vaccinated, I think if we're trying to push these twats out of the, these conspiracy knobheads, then I think it's fine. And I'd happily go in a pub and go, scan that, whatever, and say, I'm double vaccinated.
Yeah. So I just thought that was interesting that, 36 people, 50 said yes, 36 said no because of COVID.
Totally get that as well.
Which I totally get, but that's where we're at, and that's probably Vape Expo, if they have been putting the feelers out, if they're getting that response. Because if it's no because of COVID, it would have otherwise been yes. So that's 40% of people aren't up for it yet. I just thought a little bit interesting. And like I say, it was completely unconfirmed rumours.
Yeah. I think 2021, do you know what I'd really like to see in 2022? I'd like to see people step back. There was some confusion in the thread that I did notice where people got Vape Expo London, which was at Earl's Court, confused with Vape Jam, which is on Victoria Dock. Vape Jam on Victoria Dock was cancelled. It didn't happen. So someone had written said, oh yeah, this was this. That isn't saying the London one was shit. The London one is Vape Jam. The Expo is Birmingham. That is how, in our heads, that's how it works. And not only that, I hope that Vape Jam, they were fucking failing before it got cancelled. They were realising it was a fucking bad idea because exhibitors weren't booking because you have to get the social side. You have to do it.
Yeah.
It's really sad that the year before,
I've always really enjoyed Jam, but I've never really, compared to Expo, the actual inside, the actual exhibition itself was never great, was it?
No, but I just enjoyed the bit. But it was funny because the year before of Jam, they had the Guardian there taking pictures and stuff, and there was a real
Modders Gallery was massive.
Yeah, it had a real carnival atmosphere. And then afterwards, and then you think, I know what we should do. Let's make it a business conference. Really? I mean, there was a queue.
I do understand the logic behind
down
that,
the road,
because if you ask the proper vendors, the big ones, they will all tell you they make more money on the B2B day.
Absolutely.
Because you only need to sign up 2 distros to your stuff, and you've made 30-40 grand.
As Vape Jam, the business, okay. So I totally agree with you. Why not sell the B2B day for B2B, so Friday, and people like the big wholesalers do it, and they can dismantle and shift and get the retailers in on the Friday night to put their shit up ready for Saturday morning, and then it's a social retail thing. And then you're not left, because there's loads of wholesalers left on Saturday and Sunday with nothing to do. Because I've seen that, when you get vapors go up and go, I like, checking out the latest labeling conveyor belt. Like, why are you looking at this shit? Why the fuck you care? Or they go, you doing any free stuff? What? Do you want a conveyor belt? What the fuck?
Do you want a free sticker?
We've got some really good PET bowls with removable nozzles. Oh yeah, I'd like some of them. 7,000? No. I don't want that.
Yeah, MOQs.
Yeah, it's really weird. So I think it's doable. But I think you could do that. I think you could do Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And I think you can make it manageable. Like
more
the NEC.
than the designing the perfect expo, we just need an expo.
We do, yeah.
But maybe
we need something to let the pressure off,
I guess.
Yeah. And then it is the ideal vape meet, the return in 2022. So, fuck.
Yeah, that's such a way off. But we'll see. We'll see. I thought that was interesting, and totally fair. I'm glad people are honest on that poll about it all.
I think we're I agree. It was a good poll as well. I enjoyed it.
Any addict news, John, before we go?
Just addict news. There's going to be hardware, but it's going to be a selected amount of hardware hitting the site next week. But it will be, and minimum. It's stuff that I think is decent. That's my plan. So there's never going to be like 50 options. There'll be stuff that I think is decent, like stuff that isn't incredibly expensive, like the Whirl S, that you can take down the pub. As I said, I was really chuffed with what I'd surmised last week, and people in chat agreed. The best pub mod for a person who knows what the fuck they're talking about is exactly the same as a very good starter setup. They're the same thing. And I think that's what I'm going to do, is that a pub mod does that, so I can sell it. Because I can sell a startup mod in the shop every day. But I've always charged the same in the shop as I do on the website, because I don't pay business rates, because we're a rural location, so I don't pay that. So there's no reason for me. I have to have the shop for you guys anyway as a warehouse, so I've never charged any more. So it's going to be devices that I think are decent and are going to go. But I'm not going to sell shit that's just not. I just sit on it forever, or give it to you fuckers for free. Yeah, that's but hardware from next week. Things that go out and get Nata and Frambosa. They're not getting the love they need to get right now. They are fucking awesome liquids. MoMA has absolutely gone berserk in the last week.
Send me some Nata, John. I'll put it.
Yeah, okay.
Good stuff. Actually, you should send it to Dean, an actual irrelevant. Get him. Oh, you've probably tried Nata, haven't you, Dean?
Probably not.
Send me a message.
Yeah.
You can try it.
Yeah, definitely. That'd be good. Okay, good. We're all done. Thanks to Dean for coming on. Oh,
thank you.
Wait, let's put a link to your thing up just in case.
Yeah, go sir.
I'm not loving the new Chrome thing where you have to pick your profile.
Fucking annoying as shit. Especially when you're trying to piss around with your different emails. Fucking dickheads.
So this is a link to. I'm sure everyone is already subscribed, but if there's anyone that's not subscribed and wondering how to get involved with this guy, England's #1 reviewer in the vape industry, then link in now in chat to his channel. Go and subscribe. Get involved.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming on. Thanks for coming on, and
always a pleasure.
And congratulations on being top of the leaderboard in Master Vaper.
#1.
You'll get overtaken by like Rowan Atkinson or whoever we've got on next.
Yeah. That's crazy.
But we'll see. So thank you for coming on.
His cousin was my French teacher. True story.
Rowan Atkinson.
Bye.
Yeah.
True story. Well, we'll find out more about that next week. Bye.
Bye.